Hello, and a heartfelt welcome to Dr. Sarah's Wellness Corner, where we speak openly, compassionately, and truthfully about the health topics that matter most to you. I'm Dr. Sarah, and I'm truly honored to be your companion today. Before we dive into today's crucial discussion, I invite you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share in the comments what maintaining your masculine vitality means to you as you age gracefully. I need you to stop everything and listen carefully if you're a gentleman over 60 and you've been advised to increase your vegetable intake for better health, because one of the vegetables sitting in your refrigerator at this very moment could be the root cause of your declining vitality, enlarged prostate, and diminishing erectile function. You're gradually losing your masculine strength not because age is catching up with you, but because you've been consuming what mainstream society has labeled as healthy foods. My name is Dr. Sarah, and I have over 20 years of experience helping gentlemen in their 60s, 70s, and 80s reclaim their energy and sexual vitality through natural methods. I am a urologist and men's health specialist, and I have consistently observed that the most powerful solutions are discovered on your dinner plate rather than inside a prescription bottle. What would you say if I revealed to you that certain vegetables, yes indeed vegetables, are loaded with hidden compounds that elevate estrogen levels, create arterial rigidity, and trigger inflammation within the prostate gland? Even more concerning, well-intentioned health professionals proclaim the majority of these to be cardiovascular-friendly options. The irony is that you could be suffering more harm from the very foods that are supposedly designed to heal you. In this comprehensive video, I'll reveal 3 overlooked vegetables that most gentlemen dismiss, but that according to scientific research can help you reclaim your masculine essence to support your prostate health, enhance your confidence, and restore proper blood circulation within just a few days. And if proper circulation, testosterone optimization, and libido enhancement are priorities for you, I'll inform you about 3 vegetables you should eliminate from your diet immediately. Stay with me for additional guidance on how to prepare these vegetables for maximum nutritional uptake, which will help you maintain your strength well into your 80s. You'll never view your vegetables the same way once you discover these life-changing truths. Before we delve into these startling revelations about the vegetables that might be quietly undermining your health, please make sure to click the subscribe button and activate the notification bell to ensure that you never miss any content about staying robust, sharp, and confident beyond the age of 60. Type the number 1 in the comments section if this information proves valuable to you. If not, please enter 0 to help me continue improving these videos for your benefit. All right, so let's start with the revelation that many of you may find most disturbing. Let's uncover the first vegetable that could be the primary culprit behind your diminishing energy despite its excellent reputation for promoting health. I want to share with you a case study about a gentleman I once treated. He was a 68-year-old retired high school principal named Michael, who was married to his beloved wife and possessed a brilliant intellect. But something fundamental was missing from his life. Perplexed and quietly ashamed, he walked into my consultation room. "The rest of my health appears fine, doctor, but I don't feel like the man I used to be," he confessed. "My energy levels are depleted, I'm constantly fatigued, and the passion in the bedroom has simply vanished." We ran comprehensive tests. Despite having slightly elevated cholesterol levels and an otherwise healthy cardiovascular system, one particular finding was concerning. His testosterone was hovering at the lower end of the normal range, and his estrogen levels were remarkably high for a gentleman of his age. At that moment, I inquired about his dietary habits. Michael proudly explained that years earlier, he had eliminated red meat and dairy products in favor of heart-healthier alternatives like tofu, soy milk, and edamame as recommended snacks, all following his cardiologist's advice. That's when the pieces of the puzzle began to fall into place. Soy is the first vegetable you should consider reducing significantly or eliminating entirely from your diet. Despite its positive health reputation, soy is an exceptionally rich source of phytoestrogens, which are plant-based compounds that mimic the effects of the female hormone estrogen within the male body. For a gentleman over 60, this is absolutely critical. Your natural testosterone production is already gradually declining at this stage of your life. You're pushing the hormonal equilibrium even further out of balance when you incorporate substances into your diet that behave similarly to estrogen. What does this translate to in real-world terms? Diminished libido, a softer and more fatigued physique. And for many gentlemen like Michael, erections that weaken, become unpredictable, or disappear entirely. Soy isn't the only obvious concern. It's the frequency with which it penetrates your diet, undetected in processed snacks, protein bars, sauces, and meat alternatives. Because soy is affordable and carries a healthy label, the food industry absolutely loves it. Your masculine hormones, however, understand the true reality. Michael was willing to try despite his initial skepticism. It was a straightforward approach. We replaced soy-based products with clean, high-quality protein sources. He returned with renewed energy within just a few weeks. His wife sent me a handwritten thank you note a month later. All it said was, "Doctor, you gave me my husband back." Am I suggesting that soy is poisonous? Absolutely not. However, it represents a supposedly healthy food that is best avoided by gentlemen over 60, especially those who are experiencing fatigue or performance difficulties. Continuing with the theme of nutritious foods having a hidden dark side, our next vegetable is even more unexpected. It's present in millions of people's diets, but in its most processed form, it may be contributing to chronic inflammation, which can stiffen arteries and redirect blood flow away from where it's most desperately needed. You'll be astonished at how widespread its presence is. Corn is a fundamental ingredient that appears in an enormous number of foods across North America. And I want to be absolutely crystal clear about this point. I'm not referring to the fresh corn on the cob you enjoy at a summer barbecue. I am talking about processed corn, which has become a cornerstone of our modern North American diet. Corn is transformed into corn syrup, corn starch, corn oil, and countless other processed products. I'd like to tell you about David, a 62-year-old gentleman who came to me with a terrifying problem. In addition to erectile dysfunction, he was experiencing persistent fatigue and chronic joint pain. By replacing butter with margarine derived from vegetable oils, typically corn-based, he believed he was following heart-healthy guidelines. His sincere efforts to maintain his health seemed to be making the situation worse, which deeply frustrated him. Chronic inflammation was David's underlying issue. It was an invisible but formidable adversary. Omega-6 fatty acids are extremely abundant in corn, particularly when it undergoes processing. Our bodies absolutely require omega-6 fatty acids, but they must be carefully balanced with omega-3 fatty acids, which are found in walnuts, flax seeds, and fatty fish. That delicate balance has been completely destroyed by the modern North American diet. Our omega-6 intake is now up to 20 times higher than it should be. When this ratio becomes severely imbalanced, your body enters a persistent state of low-grade inflammation. Imagine it as a small fire that never extinguishes inside your body. This inflammation damages the endothelium, the delicate tissue that lines your arterial walls. What does the endothelium produce, you might ask? Nitric oxide. When it becomes damaged, your capacity to generate nitric oxide dramatically decreases. The result is arteries that become rigid and lose their natural elasticity. There is a significant reduction in blood flow to the penis and all other vital regions of the body. Furthermore, joint pain, chronic fatigue, and even prostate enlargement are all associated with persistent inflammation. In reality, David's supposedly heart-healthy diet was actually exacerbating the inflammation that was hardening his arteries. For David, the solution seemed straightforward. We dramatically increased his omega-3 intake with fatty fish like salmon and high-quality fish oil supplements, while eliminating processed seed oils like corn and soy. The transformation was remarkable within just 1 month. His joint discomfort subsided as his vascular health clearly began improving. His morning energy returned, and he started to notice morning erections for the first time in years. Always read the ingredient labels carefully. Then understand that you might be contributing to the inflammation that is suffocating your vitality if you see corn oil, soy oil, or corn syrup listed. This brings us to the third and most contradictory villain. When consumed improperly, a vegetable that is a staple in detox smoothies and super healthy salads may actually be preventing the absorption of the mineral that is most crucial for a man's testosterone production. And now for the vegetable that most surprises my patients. Despite being the health community's absolute favorite food, this vegetable has a sinister secret, especially for gentlemen over 60. I am referring to spinach, more specifically, enormous quantities of raw spinach. Although it may seem completely contradictory, allow me to explain using the example of Thomas, a 67-year-old amateur marathon runner who is making every possible effort to maintain his physical fitness. He believed he was providing his body with an abundance of nutrients by starting each day with a large green smoothie packed with raw spinach. His blood work, however, told a completely different story. Despite consuming foods rich in zinc, his testosterone was low and his zinc levels were extremely deficient. Additionally, he complained about the complete absence of his libido. Thomas's problem was not with his food choices, but rather with the way these foods interacted within his body. Oxalate is the chemical compound that serves as the enemy here. Raw spinach is one of the most concentrated sources of oxalates available. Oxalates are essentially tiny nutrient thieves operating within the digestive tract. Before you can absorb essential minerals, they bind to them and pull them right out of your body. Zinc is one of the minerals that oxalates particularly enjoy stealing. And as we've discussed extensively, zinc is like precious gold to a man's body. It is an absolutely crucial component for testosterone generation and prostate health maintenance. Therefore, Thomas was unknowingly depriving his body of the mineral it most desperately needed to sustain his masculine vitality with each sip of that supposedly incredibly nutritious green smoothie. Do I mean to suggest that you should avoid eating spinach entirely? Absolutely not. Spinach is rich in magnesium and other essential minerals. The key lies in the preparation method, not the food itself. Simply cooking spinach, even heating it for just a few minutes, dramatically reduces its oxalate concentration, allowing your body to properly absorb those valuable minerals. Within weeks of replacing his raw smoothie with an omelet containing sautéed spinach, Thomas's testosterone and zinc levels began to rise significantly. Let's change direction now that you are fully aware of your plate's hidden enemies. In order to actively restore your strength, circulation, and hormonal balance, let's discuss the 3 forgotten heroes, the vegetables you should incorporate into your diet starting right now. Let's reverse the situation now that you are completely aware of the potential adversaries on your dinner plate. Let's focus on the power of reconstruction and healing. For gentlemen over 60, I believe there are 3 vegetables that are absolutely essential for optimal health. They're not expensive or exotic ingredients. Actually, most gentlemen overlook them because they are so common and readily available. The beet is our first hero and the undisputed champion of circulation enhancement. Beets are your one-man army if poor circulation is your primary enemy. Do you remember Michael's complaints about the system lacking pressure and vitality? The simple solution to that problem is beets. They are among the most abundant natural sources of dietary nitrates available. Your body converts these nitrates into nitric oxide when you consume beets. And as we've established, nitric oxide is the master molecule that relaxes and opens your blood vessels so that blood can flow vigorously throughout your entire body. Imagine it as a way to transform a kinked garden hose into a firefighter's powerful cannon. Consuming beet juice can dramatically reduce blood pressure and enhance endothelial function, or the overall condition of your arterial linings. According to a comprehensive study published in the Journal of Nutrition, the crucial detail that most people completely overlook is this: the way you consume beets is extremely important. The beneficial properties of beets are significantly diminished when they are pickled or preserved. A large percentage of those health-promoting nitrates are destroyed by the high heat required for canning and prolonged storage periods. Even worse, the pickling process involves a brining procedure that overloads beets with vinegar and sodium, which can actually constrict your arteries and counteract the very benefit you're seeking to achieve. Fresh beets, whether grated in a salad, lightly roasted, or gently steamed, are absolutely essential for maximum benefits. Despite what the instruction manual might say, our second hero is a champion of hormonal balance: broccoli. The delicate balance between testosterone and estrogen is actually the key to maintaining vitality. Although many gentlemen simply focus on testosterone alone, here's the reality. Broccoli is one of the most effective vegetables for gentlemen over 60, particularly for preserving prostate health and detoxifying excess estrogen. But it only works effectively if it is prepared properly. Like cauliflower and other cruciferous vegetables, broccoli contains a powerful substance known as sulforaphane. This compound is absolutely revolutionary. It reduces systemic inflammation, assists the liver in detoxification processes, and most importantly for older gentlemen, helps eliminate excess estrogen while promoting a healthier testosterone balance. There's a significant catch, however. Sulforaphane is extremely sensitive to heat exposure. The majority of this therapeutic component is completely destroyed when broccoli is overcooked or worse, microwaved for extended periods. All that remains is a lifeless vegetable matter that provides fiber, yes, but not the protection your aging body desperately needs. Do you remember the bloated and mentally foggy patient named David? Initially, he claimed to eat broccoli every single night. However, when I inquired about his preparation method, he responded, "I microwave it for 5 minutes until it's really soft and mushy." Unknown to him, he was destroying the very nutrient his body was desperately craving. He was consuming food that was supposed to support his masculinity, but the preparation method rendered it completely useless. He began to notice subtle improvements when we made the simple adjustment to steam broccoli for no more than 3 or 4 minutes, or even consume it raw with a nutritious dip. His energy levels gradually began to return. His frequent nighttime urination subsided, and his mental clarity improved dramatically. It's a minor adjustment, but small changes matter tremendously for gentlemen over 60. Daily habits that are repeated consistently can either help or harm your long-term health. Unfortunately, many gentlemen believe they are doing the right thing by eating more vegetables because they have been instructed to do so, but they are completely unaware that the way they prepare those vegetables makes an enormous difference. In addition to ruining the flavor and texture, overcooking broccoli deprives your body of one of the most powerful compounds known to protect the prostate gland. This brings us to our final and third forgotten hero. And this one is your testosterone's silent guardian, gentlemen. Mushrooms. Yes, indeed, mushrooms. Specifically, the common white button mushrooms that you can purchase at any grocery store. They are far more than just an ingredient for salads or pizza toppings. They represent a true natural pharmacy for the hormonal well-being of men. Let me tell you about Thomas, the runner I mentioned earlier, who is 67 years old. Even though his zinc levels had improved significantly, he felt that his libido and competitive drive were still somewhat low after modifying his spinach consumption habits. Though better than before, he didn't feel powerful and vital. His hormonal puzzle was missing a crucial piece. That missing component was a sneaky enzyme that becomes increasingly active as people age. Thomas was struggling with an enzyme called aromatase. Consider aromatase to be a thief of testosterone. The body uses this enzyme to convert your precious testosterone into estrogen. Men's aromatase activity increases significantly with age, particularly if they carry a little excess abdominal fat. In other words, this enzyme is stealing testosterone from your body and converting it into the female hormone before you can utilize it effectively. This explains why Thomas didn't feel his absolute best despite having healthy zinc levels. Too rapidly, his testosterone was being transformed into estrogen. This is where the true beauty of mushrooms reveals itself. Simple white button mushrooms have been scientifically proven to contain compounds that function as natural aromatase inhibitors in scientific investigations, such as those conducted by the Beckman Research Institute. They don't directly increase testosterone production levels. They behave more like dedicated bodyguards instead by preventing the enzyme from converting your existing testosterone into estrogen. They protect and preserve it. This means that more of your testosterone remains in your bloodstream to perform its vital functions as free, active testosterone. Increase your vitality, libido, mental clarity, and muscle mass. The final piece of the puzzle came together when I started having Thomas consume sautéed mushrooms with garlic and olive oil a couple of times each week. About a month later, he called me with excitement. There was a new depth and confidence to his voice. "This is it, doctor," he said enthusiastically. "The drive has returned completely. The energy isn't frantic or jittery. I haven't felt this kind of composed, self-assured strength in more than 10 years." With each meal, he was actively defending and protecting his hormones. That's the complete picture. Properly prepared broccoli for hormonal balance, fresh beets for enhanced blood flow, and mushrooms to protect your precious testosterone levels. These foods aren't trendy or fashionable. There is genuine, peer-reviewed science supporting these functional foods. They demonstrate conclusively that the solution to regaining your masculine vitality lies on your dinner plate rather than inside a pill bottle. To guarantee you extract the maximum benefit from each of these vegetables, let's tie everything together with a straightforward action plan and the bonus tip I promised earlier. We've revealed which vegetables you should avoid or prepare with extreme caution, including soy due to its hormonal disruption effects, processed corn due to its inflammatory burden, and excessive amounts of raw spinach due to its zinc-stealing properties. And we've discovered the 3 heroes you should incorporate into your diet immediately. Mushrooms to protect your testosterone, properly prepared broccoli to regulate your hormones, and fresh beets to flood your body with beneficial nitric oxide. As promised though, for those of you who stayed with me through to the very end, here's the additional tip that will make everything even more effective. We've discussed magnesium and zinc extensively, but most gentlemen are unaware of a third mineral that can significantly boost testosterone levels. The overlooked mineral of masculine vigor is your bonus tip: boron. Yes, indeed, boron. Despite being a trace mineral that receives minimal attention, scientific research has proven that it is remarkably potent. A blood protein called SHBG, which binds to testosterone and renders it inactive or useless, can be significantly reduced by boron supplementation. Boron helps elevate your free testosterone, the type that really matters for strength, energy, and libido, by decreasing SHBG levels. How do you obtain boron naturally? Expensive supplements are not necessary. Excellent sources include foods like dates, raisins, and yes, our hero vegetable, avocado. One simple way to ensure the testosterone your body produces is truly usable and bioavailable is to include a few dates in your morning smoothie or a handful of raisins in your afternoon snack. It's the invisible force that enhances everything else we've discussed. These are the fundamental principles, but I'm certain some of you are eager to learn even more. Please take a moment to like this video, share it with others, and leave a thoughtful comment below if this content was helpful to you or someone you care about. Another gentleman may be inspired to begin his journey toward improved health by your story, your questions, or even just a simple expression of gratitude. I read every single comment, and your feedback directly influences how this channel will continue to develop and grow. Show this video to anyone over 60 who is struggling with confidence, intimacy, or overall vitality. It might have a more profound impact than any medication ever could. Turn on the notification bell and click the subscribe button to ensure you don't miss these upcoming discussions about reclaiming your masculine health naturally. By working together, we can completely redefine what it means to age gracefully and powerfully. I invite you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share in the comments what maintaining your masculine vitality and thriving in later life means to you. We truly appreciate your participation in this important mission and your continued trust in our shared journey toward optimal health.